So I was in the middle of working on notes for an MK11 video when Ed Boon decided to have fun at our expense and tweet for a good while teases and clues, or clues with a K as he likes to say, of characters that could be included in a new DLC or Kombat Pack, which led me to start notes for another video, but then he decides to tweet a tease that leads people to discussing theories of what his announcement of this month could actually be, and that's possibly a remaster of an old Mortal Kombat game, like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Let's break down the tweet and let's see if that makes for a good fit for the announcement. Before the guys, hit that like button because liking these videos lets me know that you love them. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you miss videos just like this one. Let's get to the news. So as I said in my intro, Ed was having fun tweeting fans tweets that only left us theorizing what could be in store next for Mortal Kombat 11. In his tweets, he asked his followers, "What game are you shocked never got a sequel?" Ed replied to his message with the video game Smash TV. I replied to his message with one of my all-time favorite video games, the PlayStation classic, The Legend of Dragoon, which ironically is only available for digital download on the PS3 and PSP. Come on, Sony, what's up with that? Another follower by the name of @PaulCisFree responded with Shaolin Monks 2, and Ned replied with word, #Fire and Ice, leaving me to confirm that there's going to be a remaster of Shaolin Monks. 2005's Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks was the third spin-off game in the Mortal Kombat game franchise, after Mortal Kombat Special Forces, and it centered on two members of the Shaolin Order, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, as they travel through the realms in an attempt to thwart Shang Tsung's plans to dominate Earthrealm. Since it's been 15 years this month since the game was released, here's a recap of the game. At the end of the first Mortal Kombat tournament, a battle raged furiously on Shang Tsung's island fortress in the Lost Sea. While the sorcerer watches from his throne, several fights occur: Sonya Blade vs. Kano, Johnny Cage vs. Reptile, and Sub-Zero vs. Scorpion. The Shaolin monk Liu Kang confronts Shang Tsung and is met instead by two of his masked guards. Liu Kang defeats them and fights the sorcerer. Shang Tsung gains the advantage and proceeds to consume Liu Kang's soul, but is really interrupted by Kung Lao. Kung Lao fights Baraka, and Liu Kang continues fighting Shang Tsung. Although the sorcerer tries to morph into various fighters, Liu Kang punches him several times and finishes him with the flying kick, sending Shang Tsung through a pillar. Weakened Shang Tsung tries to get up, but the room quakes. Emerging from a hallway, Goro appears and moves in on any fighter he sees. With Goro distracting everyone else, Shang Tsung creates a portal to Outworld and retreats. He's soon followed by Baraka, Goro, Reptile, Kano, and strangely Scorpion. Raiden then appears afterwards and warns remaining fighters to get off the island palace for its collapsing into the sea. Everyone evacuates, but Baraka and the Takata launch an attack on the Wu Shi Academy and capture Sonya. Raiden confirms that Shang Tsung is trying to lure Liu Kang and his allies to Outworld where he can unleash his henchmen on them and bide his time for power. If he's successful, Shang Tsung will conquer Earth without winning a Mortal Kombat tournament, which is cheating. The Shaolin monks Liu Kang and Kung Lao journey through the nightmarish realm of Outworld to stop the sorcerer's plot. They're guided by Raiden and assisted by Johnny Cage. Throughout the journeys, they are joined by a mysterious princess named Kitana, meet familiar foes, and eventually save Sonya and stop Shang Tsung. But the sorcerer isn't the only person who wants Earth. The Emperor of Outworld wants Earth for his realm, and he'll stop at nothing until he gets it. So while news of an MK game being remastered would be cool, I feel like Shaolin Monks doesn't make sense to be the game that gets remastered given what happened at the end of Aftermath. In the good ending of Aftermath, Liu Kang is victorious in his battle against Shang Tsung. He takes Kronika's crown from him, causing Shang Tsung to dissolve into sand and dust. Liu Kang then approaches the hourglass and finally shows players what his vision for a new world would be like. The location jumps to what appears to be the White Lotus Temple at an undetermined time, and monks are seen training in a courtyard. Liu Kang floats down and enters the home of a man who is sitting in prayer, calling him by name. Kung Lao, the new god, says, startling the man greatly. Liu Kang introduces himself as the god of fire and lightning, Liu Kang. The man is stunned but respectful, and Liu Kang says that he is much more humble than the Kung Lao he knew. This Kung Lao is confused, and Liu Kang takes him by his shoulders and tells him he has been chosen to be a champion and that he will need to train. Given that the ending will possibly lead us to another expansion with Mortal Kombat 11, or possibly into Mortal Kombat 12, possibly going back to the very beginning and taking place with the great Kung Lao, it'd be kind of confusing to release the remaster of Shaolin Monks, which, while it has Kung Lao in it, doesn't help propel the MK franchise forward, which I think is what fans want. I think that if they're going to remaster Shaolin Monks, then they should do it after MK12 is released. My interpretation from his response with the #Fire and Ice was a callback to Chapter 4 of the Mortal Kombat 11 story mode, which is titled Fire and Ice, and follows Sub-Zero and Scorpion against the Cyber Lin Kuei Initiative, which battles against Frost, Cyrax, Noob Saibot, and Sector, meaning that we could see Cyrax and Sector as possible DLC characters in the game. So what exactly does a remaster of a game mean? When a video game gets remastered, the game is upgraded in terms of sound, image, and video. Sometimes it is called a port, so Shaolin Monks originally came out on the PS2 and Xbox, and re-releasing it now would be for the PS4 and Xbox One formats, maybe even for next-gen consoles. Remastered games are nothing new. Popular franchises like Call of Duty and Halo have gone back and have remastered previous titles and even re-released older titles individually or in a multi-title anthology. I do think that there are other MK games that deserve deserve the remaster treatment. As far as MK games that I think should get the remaster treatment before Shaolin Monks, I would remaster Mortal Kombat Mythologies of Zero, which would have been a great release when the WB animated movie Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge came out, then Mortal Kombat 4, and Mortal Kombat Deception, which featured the Dragon King Onaga. Let me know your thoughts about this possible tease and clue that we might be getting a remastered version of Shaolin Monks. Do you want that? Or if there's an MK game out there that you would like to have remastered, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you want more videos like this one, hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.